Hi guys, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome old subscribers, welcome new. If you like my videos, please press the like button and please subscribe. Okay, Alexa, what's the time please?
It's 7:41 p.m.
So it's 20 to 8 in the evening and it's pitch black outside. Pitch black. So guys, this morning I missed 2 calls from my mum. Then I took Max out for a walk around the riverside and I've been feeling like hot and sweaty, clammy, and I've had a pain in my side. Before I went out, I looked up at my doctor's surgery and they weren't taking online consultations on a Sunday. So I said to myself, right, I'm going to grin and bear this stitch-like pain in my side and twinges and this feeling that I'm going to faint, and I'll see what happens. I'll see if my mum rings me back. So I took Max out and I still had a feeling like I felt faint. But women going through the menopause or approaching it often feel faint and giddy. And because I've had this before, I wasn't panicking or thinking it's anything like serious. So I walked around the field. It's also making me feel very irritable and depressed, because pain does make you feel irritable and depressed, doesn't it? When it's constant and it'll stop and then it'll come back and it'll stop and it'll come back. It's irritating. So as I said, the lift was still stuck on the 3rd floor. Walked out of the building, took Max for a walk around the Rochester Riverside, which you saw the small video that I put up, and I'm putting I'm putting it on. I don't want to take the dog out for a walk. I wanted to lie in bed. But when you've got a pet to look after, or women with children, or even a dependent partner that needs their help, can't rest, you can't lie down. And I've got really no help and support at the moment. So I walked around the field, I came back, and then my mum rang and she said, do you still want to come up today or do you want to come up Tuesday? Now I've got something being delivered on Tuesday. Someone apparently didn't pay enough postage on something, so I had to pay £1.50 online to get this letter re-delivered on Tuesday. So you never know when the post is going to come. So I've got to stay in and get this letter that I paid postage for. So I said, no, I won't come up Tuesday, I'll come up today. So my mum said to me that she would organise a taxi that would take me and my lovely dog Max up to hers in Chatham. But basically I waited for the taxi. I kept looking out of the window for this taxi to come, and it was more than 5 or 10 minutes. People were walking up and down the road and I was just stood looking out the window in my flat because it was cold outside this morning. I felt faint and unsteady on my legs. I'm not a young woman, I'm not an old woman, I'm in the middle, I'm 54, but it was cold outside. I wasn't feeling very well, and I looked out of my window, out of my flat, and then I went slowly down the stairs, 2 flights of stairs, because I'm on the 1st floor. Luckily I'm not on the 3rd. That would have killed me. And I went outside to a white taxi, and it was the driver that took me and Mum to Lord's Wood for my mum Jennifer's flu jab after my dad had just passed away. So he's nice. He drove me up to my mum's. My mum came out, she paid for the taxi. I went in with Max, sat down, and I put on the television. then I put on the Fire Stick, the Amazon Fire Stick, and my dad's account came up under the name of Derek Grog, because that's what my dad called himself. And I just, because you know, films are free and YouTube is free. So I looked at, it's a red camper van, a couple they were going to France and vlogging about their trip to France. So I was watching that. Life's Too Short, they're called, and they're very good. I find their videos very relaxing and very informative, and I like the couple that do those videos. So I watched that. I watched a whole film right through, and I enjoyed that. And then I flicked through other bits and pieces whilst my mum gave me a couple of takeaway leaflets. And I've been suffering from severe heartburn and pain in the side. But I thought, right, if I eat during the day and don't eat anything before I go to bed, we'll see how that pans out. So I had some chicken strips round my mum's and a Maltesers milkshake from Pizza Go-Go in Gillingham. My mum answered the door to the driver and my mum paid for the takeaway, and I didn't order anything really heavy or like a great big large pizza. I ordered some spaghetti bolognese, a Maltesers milkshake and some chicken strips and a bottle of mineral water, because as you know, fizzy drinks can aggravate heartburn. So my mum paid for that. I sat down and ate some of that. I've still got some of it here because, you know, one of my father Derek's nicknames for me when I was a child was Pig. He used to call me Pig. Derek, my dad used to call me names. He used to call me Pig and a spastic, because I had breathing difficulty when I was a child and I had bad teeth. And one thinks that maybe the roots in my teeth have gone into my sinuses and affect them. I don't know. But he said you always walk around with your mouth wide open. So he used to call me spastic. And he used to call me Pig, because my nose is broken, isn't it? I would assume. Why would you call your daughter a pig and a spastic? So I grew up with an inferiority complex because my father bullied me as a child. My father said, if you don't get grade 1 in your exams, I'm not having anything to do with you anymore. You've got to stay top of the class. So I used to get punished when I got a bad exam result, a bad report from a teacher. He used to go mental and wallop me and shout at me, and I hated school, and I was bullied at school because I had an inferiority complex, you know, but not one point during my school life did I ever think, well, I've had enough of this, I'm going to end it all. And people were nasty to me. They were on at me every single day. I had people when I was living in Sydenham, London, come out of the flats and bully me. So I'd go down the steps of where I used to live, and a girl would come out, what's that in your hair? 4 eyes, because I wore glasses, you see, 4 eyes. Hey you, 4 eyes, what's that in your hair? So my life was shit. I got bullied at home, I got bullied at school. But not one point did I think, oh fuck this, I've had enough. Because there was one salvation for me, my nan and granddad when I was little, who, my my granddad bought me a Walkman. So when the bullies used to fucking shout obscenities at me and laugh at me, I put my earphones on and I cut it out. I didn't hear what they said. I was listening to music. I was listening to Duran Duran, The Smiths and Depeche Mode, especially Morrissey and The Smiths, because their music, their lyrics related to the miserable life I was leading. If you look at The Smiths' lyrics back in 1985, 86, 87, their lyrics were like, I related to that, the shy person, the person being bullied on. Heaven knows I'm miserable now, you know. Depeche Mode, another group that related to what I was feeling. And they even sang a song about a girl ending her life. Right? They had lyrics with suicide in it. But on one occasion did I think I've had enough. I tolerated being sexually abused. I tolerated teachers picking on me, as well as children picking on me. The teachers joined in. I tolerated it. I had my music. I thought, I'm going to listen to all your bullshit, all your bullying. Then I'm going to get indoors and I'm going to put my earphones on. And you can all fuck off and do what you want, because I can't fucking hear you. Now, I can't wear earphones outside. I hear bullshit. I hear their bullshit, some people's bullshit. I hear it. I don't want to hear it, but I can't wear earphones. So I have to go, in my mind, la 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 la, I can't hear you. Then I come into my flat and I put the radio on. Or I put a DVD on, or I put a CD on, shut my windows and doors, and they can do what they like outside, because I can't hear you. And so Pizza Go-Go, my mum got me today, and these are gooey cookies. There were 4, I've had 2, and when they're cooked and they're heated, they go gooey, and they're absolutely delicious. So my mum ordered those as an extra, gooey cookies. Okay. My mum has given me a load of stuff. I'm not going to go hungry or want for anything this week. Okay. I'm single and I'm quite happy being single. I still get the odd weird request from Facebook dating. Whether they're real and genuine, I don't know. It doesn't bother me anymore, because I think it's better to be safe than sorry. If somebody is interested in me and they want to speak to me, then I'll have a coffee with them. I'll sit with them. It's as easy as that, isn't it? Would you like to have a cup of coffee? Would you like to have a cup of tea? You don't need to send obscene messages on WhatsApp or Facebook. I mean, this person that has been literally bullying me for years now, right? And there's nothing I haven't seen that shocks me. Right. I've had enough of it. I give up. I just give up with it. I'm happy by myself now, completely. I was talking to this guy last night, and it randomly just asking for photos again. And no, you're not getting any. And you're not getting any money either. Don't ask me for pictures. Don't ask me for money. And we'll get on fine. So I've spent all day around my mother's. And when it came to later on to get a taxi home, it was a nice driver that opens the car boot and helps me with my shopping. And it didn't matter because the lift is stuck on floor 3, and I had to carry cat and dog food and 2 other heavy bags up the stairs with a stitch pain in my side. And I got up the stairs, and I'm surprised the cleaners haven't reported the lift not working. As I said before, they must be carrying the Henry Hoover up 3 flights of stairs. So I'm surprised the cleaners haven't reported the lift not working. I mean, I obviously don't want it to get like Fairfield Court, where the lift was never working. It was pointless having a lift at Fairfield Court. It was never working, was it? Right, guys, I'm going to have a good evening by myself. Max has had his walk in the dark with me, and though I'm feeling a bit in pain and a bit depressed, I'm sure that things will get better, and I'm planning to go out tomorrow by myself with the pain in my side, because the gas meter won't put gas on itself, will it? You know, when I didn't have the worry, and before all these hiking energy prices, now I've had to get